Hey, what's up YouTube, Scabbadger here, and we are back on day 38 of our 100 player fan game series. So I did a little bit of recording yesterday on my phone, and I'm not sure if I'm going to chuck that in front of this video or insert it now or later, I don't know. I might even forget to insert it all together. So we'll talk about that in a second and how that all went down, and have a look at some other recordings I've made. But we're just going to start off the day like we normally do in the newspaper. So we're in 7th place, we're rising, England is about to fall, which is good, and then it's really just Indochina left to fight us in 4th place. If we have a look at the index of nations though, we can see that the United Kingdom has 422 victory points left to give, and that won't get us across the line. We still need a further 200. Luckily, we can probably get those from Void, and he'll still have plenty of VPs left over to keep from south. So if we have a look around the world, and we'll come back to Asia in a second, in Europe we are slowly taking ground and making progress. Now in the United Kingdom itself, we're not doing too good. We lost a lot of the troops we sent in, but we are regrouping and getting prepared to go back in. Oh shit, how long is that light tank's gonna get there? Can I get there faster? Yeah, just. London got nuked, and I think I made a recording of that, so that will pop up anytime soon. So this little bit of recording here is in post, and it's just over London getting nuked. So interestingly, the North Brazilian nuclear bomber didn't do too much damage to London. It was able to take out the units to the south of London and the province below it, a few infantry units in London, and a few aircraft that were stationed in London as well. Now, due to the fact there was aircraft stationed in London, they absorbed most of the blow from the nuclear bomb. Because they were classified as air units at the time, each unit there had its normal hit points. So the tactical bomb sort of had 25, and when you've got 14 of them, that soon adds up. But he was able to destroy 4 of them. So, that was actually a pretty successful-ish nuke. We kind of hope it would have done more, but I mean, by the time it dropped the bomb and it took damage, due to stat-based damage efficiency, it wouldn't have done all that much. Anyway, let's get back to the rest of the video. Although it wasn't a very successful nuking, I'll say that much. It didn't go as well as we'd hoped. So, that happened. We lost a lot of ground here just purely because of our strategy. Our strategy was maybe not the most effective strategy to employ in an area like this, considering it is the main focus and where the United Kingdom has most of his inactive troops. So we have captured a lot of ground, but the tanks and units we do have in the region have been destroyed. I am sending some reinforcements over. Actually, I could have swore I built infantry there. Maybe I built infantry everywhere except there. But we are sending more troops over, and they will help finish the job. So let's get them moving over, and then come over to here, and we can put another infantry unit under construction. On that note too, when I have the time, I should probably upgrade my infantry, get it up to elite. So that's what's happening there at the moment. Also, on a side note, updated the game, made some lovely changes. It's good to see that these infantry units are now in the infantry tab, opposed to being in the armor tab, which makes a lot of sense. They have always been technically infantry units based on how they perform in combat, but it's good to see that they are in the infantry tab, not the armor tab, which is a nice change. On a side note, this here has been moved into the MacLeod armor tab, which is good to see because it is an armored unit, which makes a lot of sense. So there's not really much more to say about Europe. Cleaning up at the moment, and there's not much resistance left. In fact, there's really only people who aren't really officially allied with us: Persia and Egypt. Although I don't know what the coalition is thinking. The coalition is slowly starting to lower its activity as the game reaches an end, but I'm pretty sure we're okay with Egypt, but I'm not sure how the coalition feels about Persia. I mean, Persia's made it this far, but he came close to getting destroyed before, and I don't know. It looks like Alberta's grouping up to take him out, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. He'll get smashed if that's the case, so there's not much we can do about that. But I can guarantee and get guaranteed land from Indochina in order to end the game, as long as he finishes with some of his territory. So that'll be good to see. Now I am pretty keen to push Lord Void out, and then throw myself up the ranking a bit and get a little bit higher. That'd be nice if we can at least get up into the 800s before the game ends. So that is the goal. If we come down into here, probably just showed the recording of me taking out a massive amount of rockets over here. I think in the end I got about 15 rockets, 17 rockets. Let's have a look here. 17 rockets, and we damaged the aircraft that was there. Now the reason why I'm not going back in for another hit is because, as I expected, our aircraft have taken some damage from that attack. And if I send them in for another round of combat, I'm just going to lose more aircraft. So we're going to send them back, we're going to let them heal up for a bit, then we'll go in for another strike later on. The reason I'm taking out these rockets is he's got them to the point where they are level 3, and level 3 can deal damage to ships. If I was him, what I'd be doing is I'd be drawing my ships into this area under the cover of his rockets, tar-pitting them with subs, and then blitzing them with rockets. Preferably nukes, which will get the job done really well. But you can't do that if he has no rockets to fire. Now we have captured a few more islands over here, as we can see, and the plan was to build an industrial complex here, but we'll just make sure it doesn't rebel at day change first. If it doesn't rebel, then we're good to go. We'll build an industrial center there, and then open a port, open some air bases, and increase our production in the area. Our current industrial centers are slowly getting better and better, and with the help of Papua New Guinea, we've been able to open up a runway network. So the majority of our planes, except for naval bombers, currently have the ability to fly all the way across by the aircraft carrier into Australia, up the east coast of Australia, into Papua New Guinea, to the northern end of Papua New Guinea, and then over to here to the front line where they can easily deploy to my aircraft carriers, which is good to see. So that keeps Auckland in the loop. Now I can't leave this aircraft carrier down here for long without much protection, so I am going to at some point have to send down some submarines and at least a couple of destroyers to watch over it. I've also had to deploy some infantry here to help stabilize and stop this province from rebelling. Now the reason it's rebelling is there is enemy spies here, and although I was going to say I could have swore I added another one, never got around to adding it. Good thing I did this video. So that's what's happening here at the moment. We can see that the morale has been low significantly, and we've just built some infantry to help stabilize it. If we have a look at the morale, we can see there's still a bloody high chance that it is going to rebel at day change, but there's an even better chance that the infantry unit will stop it. So there will definitely be some form of rebellion here. Whether or not it's a major one, I just hope I don't lose Auckland, because I've invested a lot into it, upgrading the infrastructure, building barracks, building level 2 runways, building level 4 all the way up to level 4 industrial complexes. So it'll be a shame if we are to lose it, but it'll be good work on Indochina's part. So that's what's happening there at the moment. If we do lose it, I'll just ask for it back, because the only person it's going to go to is Borneo. If I have to go in there with force though and take it back, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. We can also see that our food is still a little low. Now, once again, if I turned off the barracks, I could mitigate a lot of that and reduce our deficit, I guess. But we are spending a lot of money and a lot of resources on upgrading that at the moment, so we're making some good progress there. I am saving my resources at the moment because we have upgrades coming today that we're going to have to invest in, and I think while we're on that note, the next place we are going to go is we're going to keep upgrading our Air Force. So we're going to get next level naval bomber, get up to level 5, and then hopefully by day 40 we can get all of our aircraft up to this level 6. If we come into the naval area as well, once submarines done upgrading, we are going to upgrade to destroyer level 6, and then be pretty close to getting maxed out levels. So yeah, we're, in terms of our navy, we're nearly at the maximum levels we can get. If we get the blueprints we require, I know for both these we only need one more, and same with battleship, we only need one more. If we can get the elite levels, that is perfect. So we've got resources going into our research, but like I said before, I also want to open up another industrial complex here so I can produce more troops closer to the front. So that is the plan going forwards, but I just don't want to start producing here until I know the morale is going to stabilize and there's no risk of losing an industrial complex. 5,000 rear is a lot to lose, so that's the goal there at the moment. So thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the next episode.